Well, Kevin, even if you weren't there to watch the game, all you do is look at some numbers here and you can tell what happened. 3 for 21 from three-point range. 2 points in the second quarter. There was just never any getting over the hump.
Yeah.
Getting on one of those little runs, getting to where you felt like, controlling the tempo, just not for lack of effort. And I don't think they panicked. I don't think they, tightened up. It just, and I don't know if I'm right, but this team is too generous sometimes. Take up what looks like open 12-footers. But then again, even if they shot those 12-footers today, they just weren't going in. The second quarter's a killer.
Yeah, I thought we started the game obviously well, and then they adjust a little bit. We try to do a few different things and just don't make shots in the second quarter. But I thought the beginning of the game was well played for us, and obviously made shots. And then I thought we played unbelievably well and hard in the third quarter to get ourselves back in the game and got them to get out of their zone. And then it's just everything that we want. We want to be able to run our stuff and run our man stuff and feel like they can't. If we run that well, they won't be able to guard us, and we just didn't run it well. We didn't make that adjustment, and that's, give them a lot of credit for making those changes and to be zone and then to go man and how they played us again, the man. We just made really bad decisions in the fourth quarter. We made bad decisions. We didn't get quality shots, and we didn't have people in the right spots on the floor to improve ourselves. So, I look at part of that is just not having the right people taking control of the game and getting us the shots that we want. Dealing with Savannah Smith and her injury, she felt really, I think that really affected her mentality a little bit in the second half.
Is it a finger? What is it?
Yeah, and I think we'll get a picture of their finger, but I think it's really painful for her. So not to have her at her full strength, obviously, when she's only scoring 2 points, we're not going to win very many games. You look at that. Savannah Scott, I think, turned down some shots, but it's just not enough offense. You can't get too mad. I'm not mad at our defense. We didn't think their twos could beat us. I thought the 3 threes we gave up were horrible, and the shots that we did not want to give up. Those were all 3 bad decisions by us. They're a smart team. They played. They took exactly what we were going to give them. We were going to give them hard twos. And I thought, again, that was probably okay if we did that. I just hate that we can't score more than 44 points and not make it a better game of it. So I'm disappointed in again, how we handled the fourth quarter and how we handled when they switched to man. We just didn't play very well and didn't get quality shots.
The offense is struggling like that, definitely in the second quarter. Do you want to try to see the team drive and get to the foul line, maybe just some way to?
I feel like we've done that more in the past. We've gotten a lot more free throws than we did tonight. They're long. It's that same old story for us. We don't duplicate. We can't really mimic long. We don't see that kind of length. And maybe that bothered us. Maybe their zone kept us from getting real, aggressive. I thought the turnovers that we had in the first half against their zone were over penetration. So then when we needed to be a little bit more aggressive in the second half, in the fourth quarter in particular, I don't think we were. I think the tape will tell a lot, as far as the shots we got and the decisions we made. We had the wrong people in the wrong places. It's a couple of things that we want to run. So again, bad clock management, a bad fourth quarter, bad offense.
When you say wrong people in the wrong places, and can I translate that into players not being where they were supposed to be on certain?
Yeah, our offense is real versatile. But there are certain plays that we try to run that we want Crystal to enter us, or we want her to be in this spot so she's the one that's making the play, or we want someone to be coming off downhill. Tiarna, when she gets in the game, we want her to come off some things going downhill. We didn't get to those spots, and we had the wrong people making those plays, and so we just didn't look like it's the same old thing, and it led to low percentage shots, and that's why we scored 10 points. I don't think that was anything like the second quarter. I think we got good shots and missed them in the second quarter, but I don't think we got quality shots in the fourth.
Well, you had 6, I counted 6 at one time, 7 straight trips down the floor without a point.
Yeah.
and then you actually went for 4 minutes and 26 seconds between buckets, and then that one bucket, I mean, that second quarter, holy moly. You had a Savannah Scott had a 3-point play with 1:25 left in the first quarter. You didn't score again until it was 4 minutes and 21 seconds left in the second quarter, and that was during that stretch where the 7 trips. Was that when they were really playing their zone well?
Well, I think we'll be able to see, again, I think we at halftime, you know, this was Lori Kane, my assistant scout, and she said, forget everything we do in practice, all we need to do is shoot. You know, this is the hard part of the game, is when you're making shots, you feel great about your offense. When you don't make shots, you think there's a million things wrong with you. I think the film is going to show we have to make that shot to be successful, because there's certain ways we have to play. We're not going to play like Colorado State. We're not going to isolate someone and let them Magic Johnson crab dribble into shots. And they have the personnel to do that. We're not going to play that way. So we've got to move the ball and hopefully make some threes. And it's just a night where either, you know, maybe we'll watch the film and go, yeah, that was just great defense, and we've got to adjust what we do on offense. But I think in a lot of ways we over-penetrated. That's my concern. I think we did that a few times. And I think they run a great zone, but I think we also got some good looks and didn't make them. So a little bit, again, overall, it's just, that's the hard part, is you got to find ways to adjust when people play zone. You got to be able to move back into a man, and we just didn't do that. And I thought we'd be better at that when we got to this point in the season. So that's my biggest disappointment.
Does this team struggle with the mental aspect of some things?
Well, I think adversity hits every team hard. And I think, you know, you need bulldog mentalities. You need tough kids. You need tough point guards. You need guards that are really, really tough, that just demand certain ways. And I need to get Tiarna Clark to be that coming off the bench. I think she doesn't think that's her role, and I think that would help us. I think, you know, Savannah Smith is a dominant player for us, but she needs to score. So I think she gets real affected when she doesn't shoot the ball well. And that's a scary thing, to have your point guard be in that spot. I thought Crystal played really a great game, a floor game for us, 10 assists. If we don't have her making those plays, I don't think anyone does. So a lot of things that she did. I wanted her to enter us in offense. That's an interesting thing. Like, I wanted her to start the game starting enter us in offense. And I look up and it's not. So those are things that we practiced and said this is what we're doing, and then didn't walk on the court and do. So we've just got to be a little bit more direct, and we've got to be a little bit, you know, maybe tighten it up a little bit of what we're running, and making sure we're communicating the way we need to. And obviously when things go bad, we've got to get some kids that aren't afraid of that and aren't going to make excuses, and just compete a little bit harder.
Were your practices good all week? Did they accomplish?
Yeah, I mean, I think we spent a lot of time just making sure that we knew zone offense, and we made a shot a lot, and had great, you know, shot the ball really well. Again, you don't see things coming like this, that all of a sudden no one makes a three, but we saw it in a beast, so we know how it is. I mean, that's how, you know, I think the other thing that was really disappointing is we had 0 offensive rebounds at half. So now you're going to live on the three, but you're not going to rebound, and they're walking the ball up the court, so it's not like they're running out. So we didn't have any kind of, okay, if we're not making shots, how are we going to affect the game? And we didn't have anyone making plays on that. I thought we did, again, a better job in the game with 6 offensive rebounds. I thought we did a better job trying to affect the game that way in the second half. And, again, put ourselves in a position to make it a game, and then just kind of fell apart in the fourth quarter.